Ohio is everywhere in America, and almost nowhere in your memory. Its highways anchor the nation, its suburbs shape what businesses test, but try to describe it and you will come up empty. With no ocean, no mountains, and no megacity, Ohio became America's default setting. So ordinary it vanishes in plain sight. How did the state at the center of everything end up as the place everyone overlooks? And what does America risk by not noticing? No ocean touches Ohio's borders. Instead, a quiet stretch of Lake Erie shoreline, 312 miles from Toledo to Conneaut, serves as the state's only brush with open water. There are no crashing waves, no salt air, no deep water ports bustling with global trade. To the south, the land rises and falls in gentle waves, never breaking into true mountains. The highest point, Campbell Hill, stands just 1,549 feet above sea level, a soft summit compared to the jagged peaks of the Appalachians or Rockies. The southeast holds the Allegheny Plateau, where forests crowd into rounded hills, but even here, the landscape feels more like a backdrop than a headline. No arid deserts interrupt the green, and no canyons slice through the fields. The center and west of Ohio flatten into glaciated plains, a landscape shaped by ancient ice and now marked by endless farmland and small towns. There is no single geographic marvel to draw the eye or define the state's image. Even the climate refuses drama, humid summers and snowy winters, but nothing that lingers in the national memory. Cities rise, but none dominate. Cincinnati, Cleveland, and Columbus each claim their corner, but none reach the scale of Chicago or New York. No skyline here is etched into the American mind. Instead, Ohio's cities blend into the landscape, their downtowns surrounded by rings of suburbs, warehouses, and office parks. This absence of extremes is not an accident. It is the quiet foundation on which everything else is built. Ohio is engineered for function, not spectacle. Its terrain welcomes roads and rail lines, factories and farms. Everything moves easily across this even ground. There are no obstacles to slow the flow of people, goods, or ideas. Without a coastline, without mountains, without a megacity to pull focus, Ohio slips into the background. It becomes the place where the country's systems can operate without distraction. The land does not demand attention, it simply works. In a nation drawn to spectacle, Ohio's plainness is its own kind of power. Here, invisibility is not a flaw, but a feature. Corporations have long treated Ohio as a proving ground. National brands from fast food giants to consumer goods companies quietly send their newest products here first. The reason is simple. Ohio offers a balanced mix of urban and rural, young and old, blue collar and white collar. Columbus, in particular, has drawn the attention of marketers for decades. Wallet Hub once ranked it among the top cities in America for mirroring national demographics. Nearly half the U.S. population, 46%, lives within a day's drive. That makes logistics simple, but it also means that what works in Ohio is likely to work everywhere else. Take Tim Hortons. In 2013, the Canadian chain chose Columbus to test its dark roast coffee before rolling it out across the US and Canada. The logic was practical. Columbus residents loved the bakery items but were indifferent to coffee, making them the perfect audience for a new blend. If the coffee could win over Ohioans, it could win over anyone. The same pattern repeats with fast food menus, retail concepts, and even new technologies. Wendy's, founded in Columbus, still runs taste tests with local volunteers, measuring everything from flavor to how messy a sandwich feels in your hands. But Ohio's influence does not stop at products. It shapes the people who run things. The state is home to the headquarters of Procter & Gamble in Cincinnati and Whirlpool in Benton Harbor, each managing global operations from the Midwest. Ohio does not produce celebrities or cultural icons at the same rate as New York or California. Instead, it sends out operators, presidents, CEOs, and administrators, people who manage, coordinate, and execute. 8 U.S. presidents were born in Ohio, more than any state except Virginia. The pattern holds in business, where Ohio's quiet competence turns out decision-makers who rarely court the spotlight. The result is a state that sets the template for the rest of the country. New products, new systems, and new leaders pass through Ohio's filter of practicality and predictability. This is not a place for spectacle. It's a place where things are tested, refined, and made ready for the national stage. In Ohio, being the default is not a limitation, it is a kind of power. The country's systems run smoother because Ohio absorbs the trial and error, quietly shaping what America becomes. Freight doesn't pause in Ohio, it passes through day and night, in a steady current most people never notice. This steady movement carried nearly 1 billion tons of goods across Ohio's highways, rails, and waterways last year, with a value of $1.1 trillion. Trucks do most of the work, hauling over 70% of that value and nearly 60% of the tonnage. The Ohio Turnpike alone sees more than 42,000 vehicles a day, with trucks making up at least 1/5 of that traffic. On rural stretches of interstate, combination trucks account for almost 1/4 of all vehicles. These numbers are not just impressive, they are essential. When the Brent Spence Bridge near Cincinnati closed, over 13,000 trucks had to reroute, costing the industry more than $23 million in extra time and fuel. This constant movement is no accident. Ohio's geography, with its flat plains and gentle hills, invites roads and railways to crisscross the state. 4 major interstate highways, Interstate 70, Interstate 71, Interstate 75, and Interstate 80, converge here, connecting the East Coast with the Midwest, the South with the North. Warehouses, distribution centers, and logistics hubs cluster along these corridors, drawn by the promise of easy access and predictable flow. The state's freight volume ranks among the top 5 in the nation for business, not because it dazzles, but because it works. In Ohio, flexibility is built into the system. Goods move efficiently, businesses adapt quickly, and disruptions ripple outward instead of bottling up. The state absorbs the country's movement, smoothing out the bumps so the rest of America barely feels them. While other places chase attention, Ohio keeps the country running, quietly, reliably, and almost invisibly. In January 2022, 1,000 acres of farmland outside New Albany began to transform. Intel broke ground on what would become one of the largest semiconductor manufacturing sites in the world, a $20 billion investment promising thousands of jobs and a new chapter for Ohio's industrial backbone. The change arrived without fanfare, and it arrived quietly. It did not come with a demand for reinvention. Instead, the project landed where it always tends to land, drawn by the same qualities that have defined the state for generations: a central location, reliable logistics, and a workforce already steeped in manufacturing. These are practical strengths, not spectacles. Ohio's factories employ nearly 690,000 people, a number that rivals the output of entire countries. Here, manufacturing is not a living relic, but a living system, producing everything from industrial machinery to car parts, from appliances to plastics. The state's economy still leans on these practical trades, supporting over 1.4 million jobs tied to international commerce. Jobs that rarely make headlines but keep the gears of the country turning. Intel's megafab is only the latest in a long line of investments that see Ohio not as a blank slate but as solid ground. Suppliers and tech startups follow, drawn by the promise of stability and the ease of movement across highways and rails. The region adapts not by chasing trends, but by folding new industries into its existing strengths. There is no scramble to define a new identity or to announce a dramatic rebirth. Instead, Ohio absorbs change the way it always has, steadily, quietly, and with a kind of confidence that does not need to be named. In the background, the state becomes more essential than ever, anchoring the nation's next era of growth without stepping into the spotlight. As America grows more polarized and loud, Ohio's quiet utility becomes an advantage. Its $675 billion economy, vital highways, and adaptable workforce keep the country moving without the need for spectacle. Sometimes, real power isn't in being seen. It's in being essential. Thanks for watching.